Hi, my name is Mohammad Hazim, and I am a PhD candidate at University Pendidikan Sultan Idris. And today I would like to present my conceptual paper entitled Exploration of Biomorphic Concept for Emotion Expression in Educational Psychology. So basically, educational psychologists should have skills and technique in handling both educational and professional psychological services. Educational psychologists need to gain knowledge in mastering their field to enhance their services in order to be qualified, more structured, and have a positive impact in developments. Biomorphic is another alternative in making psychological approach differ and across multiple disciplines. Research on biomorphic application in psychological education is still evolving. However, it can be a great opportunity for the academician to explore this study for future purposes. So, humans have their own personality trait, as we all know. Each of us has our own way of expressing our emotion. Client, for example, have the ability in expressing the emotion depends on their surrounding, capability, and relationship between the psychologist and the client itself. So in other words, the level of openness of clients to express their emotions is varied. For your information, biomorphic is taken from the Greek word morph, that is organic, or in other words, biological or living organisms. This biomorphic concept actually had been developed in European era and had been adapted in various disciplines, especially in the art era of the 20th century. However, the process of development and understanding of biomorphic is still new in Asian, particularly in South and Eastern countries. So, by implementing this biomorphic concept, it is also can be one of the method for problem-solving process, and it has a big potential to be developed in further research. So generally, this biomorphic concept is developing through art, which each biomorphic development process has its own aesthetic value and is a personification that carries a certain meaning for a person. This biomorphic concept uses biological or living organisms in drawing or design as a form of development idea. In this study, concept of biomorphic in design will be adapted in form of educational psychology perspective, which all the client art forms will be interpreted to understand their emotion expression. Here is a preliminary process of biomorphic design on how educational psychologists can implement this concept. Biomorphic aesthetic was divided into two parts, which consist of organism aesthetic for fauna and organism aesthetic for flora. The way on how educational psychologists can implement this concept is on the first phase, where educational psychologists can guide clients to get inspiration either by using organism aesthetic for flora or fauna, which have been chosen by client because of its significant characteristic with their emotion on that time through art forms, either in drawing or using a clay. And later on, clients will do a sketches or design based on their inspiration, and it will lead to the second phase, which is aesthetic of shape, structure, which each shape represents their specific emotion. For your information, on the third phase is the aesthetic of physical structure, where each of the physical structure represents deep emotion in clients at the moment. As for the organisms, fauna, and the fourth phase is aesthetic of abdomen, if the client choose for insect, for examples, and the color aesthetic for flora in fourth phase. Meanwhile, for organism aesthetic for fauna are on the fifth phase, which each color that have been used are to represent more deeply emotion by the clients, and they can feel relief at the end of sessions. So in other words, like a catharsis. So basically, in this study, clients who attend psychotherapy session will have the opportunity to use painting or clay medium in expressing their emotion. Educational psychologists will provide a theme, whether flora or fauna, and let the client to choose a living organism as a source of inspiration. Clients need to choose a living organism that has a significant relationship with the emotion exposed by them. So in this study, educational psychologists play an important role for integrating emotional theories that have been presented and interpreted by the client. When this biomorphic concept integrated in the psychological education service, it can help the current educational psychologists in the phase of building relationship with the clients. So clients will have the freedom to express their emotion without any hindrance and thereby create a trustworthiness between clients and educational psychologists. In addition, it can also help educational psychology in the process of exploring core issues profounded by clients' interpretations. Besides of that, it is also to help in assisting novice and semi-skilled educational psychology in gaining new ideas and achieving goals during the psychotherapy sessions. Deep interpretation made by the educational psychologist from client artwork, either in painting or design, could help to identify the cause of the problem easily through the aesthetic value brought by the client itself, which each of symbols have a significant values for their real issues. So that's all from me. Thank you so much.